Welcome to episode 46, Jack Ma, the founding of Alibaba. This is an outline of episode 46. There are two reasons why we study Jack Ma. First, in 2017, Alibaba and Jack Ma are the biggest e-commerce company in the world. Second, Jack Ma is famous for born into a poor family, having average IQ, failed the university entrance exam twice, and not knowing how to program. So how did he do it?
An English teacher with little means and no connections, Jack built Alibaba from the ground up. He was born in Hangzhou, the Chinese city that was made famous by Nixon's visit in 1972.
Spectacular trip in Hangzhou. Hangzhou.
When I was young, I went to Hangzhou West Lake. We have a West Lake. There's a hotel. Many foreign visitors visit there. And I went there every morning, 5 o'clock, to practice my English. The foreign visitors come, I practice my English. I don't know why at that time. But I found everything the foreign visitors told me are so different from the things my parents told me, my teacher told me, and the newspaper I read. So since then, I think everything use my own brain to think about. Is that true? Is that an opportunity inside? Is there anything I can do that make the difference?
In 1985, at age 21, he visited Newcastle in Australia.
When the People's Republic of China was just opening up to the West, they met Jack Ma, who was then an enterprising teenager who would ride his bike around the West Lake to practice speaking English with tourists. Jack first struck up a conversation. A long friendship grew between Jack and the Morley family. Ken jumped through many diplomatic hoops to host a Chinese national. Jack now considers that visit to Newcastle to be a turning point in his life. He discovered that there was an entire world beyond China.
1986 to 1994, the difficult years.
Come to China, come to SA. 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. Amazing. I remember when I graduated from university, I tried to pay at that time $10 a month.
In 1995, he visited Silicon Valley as a translator. Jack Ma was 31.
What was it about you in creating these companies?
I started the first internet company in China in 1995 called ChinaPages.com. Just by accident, I came to the States, I found the internet. I said, wow, this something is going to change the world. So I started the business. And
you knew it was going to change the world when you saw it.
Yeah. I think this thing is going to be huge. But so it were tough days in China, year 1996, 1997, and then we go nowhere because I borrowed $2,000 from my friends and families and relatives together. So we compete with China Telecom.
You were kind of a serial entrepreneur because when I in fact, you also know about government because when I first met you in 1997, you were in a government in between startups, I guess.
By the way, Jerry, not only the entrepreneur, and he's a wonderful investor. He's probably one of the best investors. And during these days, I met Jerry Yang, all right? And then I think, well, no chance in the government. No.
Jack Ma's initial goal, IPO in 2002.
学的是什么？凭的是我们的精神、我们的意识、我们的创新概念，以及我们这种拼劲才能去斗。否则的话，跟他们有什么区别呢？谁都知道，Internet是个泡沫。我刚才讲的危机感就是Internet这个泡沫现在越来，什么时候破？然后呢，把股票掉了，eBay 股票会涨。那么有一天eBay股票涨了以后，可能阿里巴巴社区的股票涨，所以不要担心，泡沫不会破。我们为后面的3、5年所付出的代价是非常惨重。 只有这样的惨重的代价，才会赢得我们未来的取得的成功。那么，目标是2002年，阿里巴巴上市。
Masayoshi Son, the Korean Japanese and graduate of UC Berkeley, would be the biggest investor in Alibaba.
And One time, I was for 3 days richer than Bill Gates. Market cap,
For 3 days, 200
$200 billion
in market cap.
Yeah.
And then came the crash.
Right.
And what were you after the crash, at the bottom of the crash?
$2 billion.
$2 billion. So you went from 200 to 2.
Yeah, 99% down in 1 year.
99%. And your net worth went from what to what?
From $70 billion to, $600 million.
Really?
Son is a wise and generous man. Then came the breakthrough years. Alibaba succeeded with a series of innovations in China, most notably Taobao, the auction site, and Alipay, the online payment and rating system.
Its biggest e-commerce site is Taobao, where millions of entrepreneurs tap into China's fast-growing consumer base.
Alipay is operated by Ant Financial of China, one of the world's largest fintech companies. As the name suggests, Alipay is a way to pay for goods and services online. Actually, Juma Credit offers individual credit filing and scoring services in China. Big World shares overseas merchants' information and special offers. And Ali Trip offers travel packages. More and more merchants across China and around the world are accepting Alipay.
Ma's initial goal was 2002. He was late by 12 years.
You're watching history from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, America's money mecca.
It's the largest IPO in history, both by capital raised and market cap.
Watching this process, and people around the world are participating in this process, right? People that...
Here's Alibaba in Jack Ma's own words.
I was entrepreneur, small, tiny business. Nobody helped us. So when we grow, we say, wow, China needs a lot of jobs. China needs a lot of small, medium-sized. China needs a lot of entrepreneurs. And what's the best way to help them? Internet. So then we focus on helping the others. And because we help more people and then more people helped us, then the business really grows.
You are an apostle for small business.
I'm a strong believer. It's my religion, helping small
It is your religion?
It's my religion.
What do you think your core competence is?
It's culture. It's not the technology. I think technology is a tool. The core competence of our companies, we have 20,000. We grow from 18 people to now 20,000 young people. And instead of, just making money. And we believe the core company different from the Wall Street. We believe customer number 1, employee number 2, shareholder number 3.
Customer 1, employee 2, shareholder
number
3.
3. Yeah, again, this is my religion. It's the customer that pay us the money. It's the employees that drive the innovation. It's the shareholder, and the shareholder always say, I remember the day before we IPO, and a lot of people say, Jack, can I give us the shares? We were long-term shareholders. But when the crisis came, these guys run as soon as,
they ran away.
They ran away.
What have I learned from Jack Ma today? First, there is no such thing as born into the right place at the right time. Second, that curiosity, passion, and vision matter far more than high IQ and technology. Third, that service to small businesses can make you the global internet giant. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. My next video will be Jack Ma 12 Lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.